Namaskar and welcome to the FYBS students in this fourth lecture about the topic microbes viruses. In this lecture we are going to study the different parts of the viruses and the enzymes which are involved in the life cycle of viruses. So let us see which parts we are going to study now. The first and more important body part of the virus is viral envelope. The covering around the capsid or the particular body of the virus is called envelope, which is a 10 to 15 nanometer chemically made of lipoproteins and glycoproteins, which is differ in size, complexity, morphology and nature of the membrane, and it is developed by budding through the cell membrane, endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi apparatus from the host cell, etc., and along with the also with the nuclear membrane. Glycoprotein of the envelope consists of covalently linked oligosaccharides. So that means oligosaccharides are linked with the covalent bond. Sugars are added to the proteins post-translationally during the transport to the cell membrane from which progeny arises. Both the inter and intra-chain disulfide bonds are existed in the envelope. These glycoproteins of the viruses are embedded in the lipid bilayer by a short membrane spanning domain. These particular properties which we can see in these pictures which are seen in the left side of the entire slide. So these are major antigenic determinants that suddenly fuses with the cell during the entry. Here we can see in this particular picture the entire particular characters of the viruses or viral envelope. So the internal domains are called surface proteins or membrane proteins or EM proteins. These particular outgrowths on the uh, entire body of the viruses or capsid is EM proteins which interact with the genome and viral envelope. For example, the human immunovirus and influenza virus. So the envelopes are susceptible to any lipid solvents, for example ether, chloroform, bile salts. So that's why to avoid the infection of the viruses we have to use these type of solvents or alcoholic agents to sanitize ourselves. So here we can see the particular reasons that envelopes are susceptible to lipid solvents. So the envelope contains phospholipids while capsid made of glycolipids sphingosines. Envelope offers all the chemical, biological and antigenic properties to the of the viruses. The second body part of the virus is spikes. The elongate proteinaceous projection which is ejected out from the envelope is called the spikes, or which is also having the another name peplomers, which is composed of glycoproteins, and certain viruses have more than one type of peplomers. For example, here in this particular picture we can see the example of influenza virus, which is having more than one type of peplomers. That is, it is having two types of peplomers. That is, one is neuraminidase peplomer, that is Na. Here we can see in this particular picture that the yellow colored is neuraminidase peplomer, and the second type of peplomer is hemagglutinin peplomer, which are shown in the particular purple color. These are two types of peplomers which are seen in this particular influenza virus, and these peplomers having particular specific role. The hemagglutinin peplomers having triangular spikes bring out hemagglutination reaction, and the neuraminidase peplomers acts as a receptor destroying enzyme, and these adhere to receptor of the host cells in the process of infection. The third important part of the viruses is fibrils, which are projecting out from the vertices of the and having the antigenic properties. Here in this particular virus structure we can see these are the particular fibrils which are projected out from the vertices and having the antigenic property. Now we turn towards the enzymes or viral enzymes which are involved in the entire life cycle of the viruses. The enzymes are associated with the nucleic acid core and helps in the replication of viral RNA or the DNA. One thing we have to remember that the viruses having genetic material either DNA or RNA. So let us see the different enzymes which are involved in the life cycle of the viruses. The first enzyme is DNA polymerase or DNA dependent polymerase, which involved in the polymerization of the nucleic acid. The second enzyme is RNA polymerase or RNA dependent polymerase, which mediate specific viral proteins. For example, the pox virus. The third enzyme is RNA dependent DNA polymerase, which is also called the reverse transcriptase, which acts against the transcription process or reverse the transcription process. Which is helpful in the synthesis of DNA from the RNA. The example of this reverse transcriptase enzyme is human immunovirus, and which involved in the reverse process of preparation of or synthesis of DNA from the RNA. The central core of nucleic acid is made from DNA or RNA, but not both these nucleic acids, that is DNA and RNA, are not present in any viruses. Either DNA is present in the viruses or RNA. The DNA or RNA may be linear or circular and exist either single or double-stranded. In this particular enzyme, all the four nucleic acid are found in the plant and animal viruses. The genome undergoes replication within host cell and directs the instruction for synthesis of viral protein with the help of host synthetic machinery. Now we will see the particular host specificity property. The virulence here we can say the particular actual meaning of virulence is aggressiveness of the virus or strength of the virus can be detected due to antigenic proteins on the surface of capsid or spike. The progeny of virulence or the property of virulence or antigenicity is under genetic control, and genetic material goes under mutation with the frequency of 10⁴ to 10⁶, which may occur after every infection. So here we can see after mutation what will be the condition of the infection, or due to the virulence or antigenicity, how the mutation occurs and the frequency increases in the size or quantity of the viruses. After the infection, viruses disassemble bits in the host cell and progenies are assembled during the replication. After completion of mature viruses, the mature viruses escape either by lysis of the host cell or penetration through plasma membrane or the cell wall. Regarding these last two points, we will discuss these particular points in the cycles of the viruses. That means lytic cycle and lysis cycle, and this is all about the different parts of the viruses and the enzymes which are involved in the life cycle of the viruses. So this is all about the today's lecture, and thank you.